You detoxed from productivity, but did you replace it with something just as addictive? Welcome to Daily Power Boost, Ignite Your Potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Sean Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. Yesterday, we talked about the mirror test, leading from who you are, not who they think you are. Today, we're addressing why that is so hard. Because here's what happens when you start growing. The applause gets louder. More likes, more comments, more recognition, more people telling you you're killing it. That dopamine hit, it's intoxicating. You thought you'd moved past needing external validation, but you didn't eliminate the need. You just changed the source. About 7 years ago, I realized I had a problem. I'd check social media obsessively. Every notification was a hit of dopamine, likes, comments, shares. I told myself I was building a platform. But honestly, I was just chasing validation. And I knew it was unhealthy when I'd post something and then refresh the page, waiting, watching the numbers climb, feeling good when they did, feeling that hole in my stomach did. So I detoxed, stepped back, built boundaries about how I engaged with metrics. For years, I thought I'd moved past it. Here's what I've learned watching other leaders. You can detox from one source of validation and simply replace it with another, not even realize it. Maybe it's social media. Maybe it's the standing ovation, the client testimonial, that revenue milestone. Different drug, same addiction. And applause is one of the most addictive drugs a leader can take. Here's what happens when validation becomes your drug. You start making decisions based on what will get a response instead of what's actually true. Edit yourself, soften your edges, say what people want to hear. You check metrics more than you check in with yourself. Slowly, you stop leading from conviction. You start leading from what gets you applause. The post that challenges people, you hold it back because it might cost you followers. The decision that's right but unpopular, you second guess it. The boundary protecting your capacity, compromise it because what if I disappoint someone? You're not leading. You're just performing for an audience. Never be satisfied. Here's the shift. Applause isn't bad. Recognition isn't wrong. But the moment you need it to feel okay, you lost your center. Because applause is external. Anything external can be taken away. If your worth is tied to likes, comments, or recognition, your one algorithm shift, one bad quarter, one canceled event away from questioning everything. So let's reframe what validation actually is. Validation is simply data. It tells you something resonates. It doesn't tell you who you are. The healthiest leaders I know appreciate applause, but they don't require it. They create because they have something to say, not because they need a reaction. They make decisions based on alignment, not on what will be celebrated. They lead from a place that doesn't depend on external approval to stay grounded. It's not arrogance, that's freedom. And that freedom, that's what we're building after Beyond the Boost tomorrow. Private victory. Why your hidden disciplines matter more than public win. You see, the leaders who last aren't the ones with the loudest applause. They're the ones who built their character when nobody was watching. All right, let me land this one today. Here's your applause trap practice. Think about the last thing you created or decided and ask yourself, would I still do this if no one clapped? Am I creating from conviction or just chasing a reaction? Do I need this validation or am I just grateful for it? The moment you can't tell the difference, you're caught in the trap. And the only way out is to build something that truly matters to you, whether anyone notices it or not. The most dangerous applause isn't the kind that stops, the kind that becomes the only reason for you to keep going. When the applause fades, and it always does, you'll be left with one question. Who am I? No one's clapping. And if you don't have that answer, you're not building a legacy. You're building your highlight reel. This was the applause trap, when validation becomes your new addiction. Thursday, the private victory, why your hidden disciplines matter more than your public wins. Character isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in decisions nobody ever sees. With strength and heart, I'm Shawn Michael. Stay close. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.